You know, it's not every day you see a Filipino athlete truly disrupt the world of tennis, especially when facing the titans from Europe and America. But now, the name Alex Eala isn't just a hopeful whisper anymore. She has officially cemented her place among the world's elite. In the most recent WTA rankings released on February 23rd, she made a monumental leap that left many stunned. From her previous spot, she skyrocketed up 16 places to secure a career-best ranking as world number 31. This incredible jump followed her powerful run to the quarterfinals at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championship. But the question on everyone's mind is, why does it feel like so many are trying to stand in her way? And how did she prove everyone who said she couldn't get to this level so wrong? Before we get into all that, if you could hit the like button on this video, it would mean the world to us creators. And please drop a comment below letting us know where you're watching from so we can see how far our videos travel. Thank you so much. During the tournament in Dubai, Alex proved that her talent has no bounds. She took down well-known tennis figures like Hailey Baptiste and Sorana Cîrstea in truly commanding fashion. However, the most definitive match that showcased her incredible strength was her victory over the world's number 8, Jasmine Paolini. Just think about that, a young woman from the Philippines took out one of the top players on the planet. This victory makes Alex the only female tennis player in history to have defeated Grand Slam champions like Madison and Świątek before even cracking the world's top 20. That's a record that will be tough to beat, and it proves she absolutely belongs where she is right now. Yet despite all these victories, there are things happening off the court that really make you question why it seems like our homegrown talents are being targeted. While playing in the Miami Open deep in a heated contest against world number 1 Świątek, an umpire brought the match to a sudden halt. She was accused of bringing a banned item onto the court. The timing of this was incredibly suspicious as Alex had all the momentum and the full support of the crowd behind her. Many experts believe this was a deliberate attempt to break her concentration and derail her performance. And that wasn't the only incident. There were also instances where balls that landed clearly in were called out by the officials. Instead of awarding the point to Alex, the entire game was replayed almost as if they were determined not to let her win cleanly. Despite all this pressure and these baseless accusations, Alex Eala stood her ground. She channeled these negative experiences to fuel her fire on the court. She demonstrated that she wouldn't back down even when it seemed the entire WTA system wasn't prepared to see a player from the Philippines rise from nothing. Every single swing of her racket serves as a retort to the critics who consistently questioned her talent. Now, with her ranking at number 31 in the world, nobody can deny that she is part of the sport's elite. This is just the start of an even bigger climb, and she is bound to silence even more of her critics in the months ahead. Alex Eala didn't just stay quiet when faced with these bad calls. Do you know what she did that completely outsmarted the officials? She didn't plead with them. Instead, she confidently walked straight up to the chair umpire. She looked him directly in the eyes and calmly let him know that she was onto their game. Alex's voice didn't waver for a second. It was filled with utter confidence and resolve. She showed the entire world that she wasn't some rookie who could be easily intimidated or pushed around on the court. In that moment, you could see Alex's true character, a fierce competitor who refuses to let anyone disrespect her or the Philippine flag she represents. But since they couldn't seem to beat her in the game, the powers that be tried other tactics to curb her growing influence. At the last Australian Open, the WTA management made a truly baffling decision. They scheduled Alex's matches on smaller courts or in stadiums with very limited seating. Why is that such a big deal? It's a big deal because thousands of Filipinos and Alex's fans had traveled from over just to cheer her on. But they were turned away because the venues were simply too small. It felt like a calculated move to cut off her fan support, hoping she wouldn't feel the energy from her supporters. This looks like a clear attempt to slow the ascent of a star from a country not traditionally known as a tennis powerhouse. What's even more telling is that the situation got to a point where the world's most famous player, Novak Djokovic, had seen enough and had to speak up. Djokovic publicly called out the WTA's management for their unfair treatment of Alex. He stated that Alex Eala is the greatest tennis talent to ever come out of the Philippines, and that she deserves to be treated with proper respect. Djokovic also pointed out that the poor choice of court and unfavorable scheduling were direct factors in Alex's early exit from that tournament. When the person widely considered the greatest of all time says there's a problem with the system, it's a strong sign that something isn't right behind the scenes. Djokovic wasn't the only one who noticed what was happening. Even Jessica Pegula voiced her support for Alex. In Pegula's view, Alex isn't just a player with potential. She's a genuine rising star who has already proven she can compete at the highest level of the sport. Even Pegula brought up her match at the Miami Open, saying she was completely shocked by the level of talent our player demonstrated. It's heartbreaking to realize that while her peers have such admiration for her, the very organization that should be supporting her seems to be creating obstacles to prevent her from rising higher. Now that these kinds of comments are coming from big names in the sport, the public is starting to view every single move from the WTA leadership with much more skepticism. It also continues to be a puzzle for many why the tournament organizers appear to have an invisible roadblock set up against Alex Eala. According to Jessica Pegula, the experience of facing our player during the Miami Open is one she will never forget. You have to remember Pegula is from that area. She was raised there. But she was absolutely stunned because the whole audience was cheering for Alex. Pegula literally asked, where did all these fans come from? The atmosphere in that stadium was just electric, and every single point Alex made was met with an uproar as if she were a long-reigning champion. Pegula recognized that Alex possesses a special charisma that even the most famous athletes can only wish they had. But the most confusing thing is, with this overwhelming amount of support, why does the WTA keep assigning her to minor courts? But this is the one thing everyone has to understand. No roadblock has been able to stop Alex. In just a single year from being ranked #1 in the world, she has now launched herself into the 10th spot. She has beaten the top-tier players in the world and shattered records many thought were unattainable for a Filipino athlete. She has attracted a following of fans so loyal they will fly to different corners of the globe just to witness her play. It doesn't matter what terrible calls the umpires make or what obscure court she gets assigned to, her performance is always the most powerful rebuttal. The stats don't deceive, and her prize money is just as truthful. When you have the backing of icons like Novak Djokovic, it's pretty clear who comes out ahead in this situation. Alex Eala is more than just a sports figure. She has become a symbol of hope and inspiration for all of us Filipinos. She has shown that no matter what kind of barrier you're up against, if you have true determination and a good heart, your success is inevitable. Her journey is a powerful lesson for us all that real talent will always find a way to shine, no matter how hard those in authority attempt to conceal or restrict it. To wrap this up, I need to pose a question to you. In your view, how much longer can the world of tennis ignore the undeniable talent of Alex Eala? And as her supporters, what more can we possibly do to make our voices heard and to get our favorite player the fair treatment she deserves? Leave your ideas in the comments section, because every single one of your opinions on this is vital, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more reports like this one. Yeah,